everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Susan and this is Rooted Word. Now, I was thinking about this AI and how it relates to kids. Now, real children. I have kids, but my kids, in as much as they are my kids, they are young adults. They are all above 20. So I still think they are my kids and they remind me that they are young adults, which I agree they are. But I'm talking about young children. Young children are now talking to AI. Most of them have mobile phones. Most of them have iPads or tablets or laptops. And you can imagine the AI is in everything. It's everywhere. And I was just wondering, as a parent, or I was just coming out to think, especially for you guys who have subscribed and maybe you have young kids, maybe my question would be, how are you allowing them to interact with AI? Because they have been interacting with a form of AI. There's Siri, there's what's the other one? I don't know what the other one. Alexa. There's been Siri, there's been Alexa, there's another one. There are so many that have been in the house. And I know in some homes, the kids will say, Alexa, do this or do that, or Alexa, play this song. So certain kids have grown up in that kind of environment. So I'm just wondering, as a parent of young children, how are you navigating that space? Because kids are naturally spiritually inclined. They have their spirituality senses very high, and they take a lot of things as gospel truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when my children were younger, whatever the teacher said is what went. Even in this house, I'll be like, let's do the math this way, or the division or no, teacher said, Miss this, Miss so and so said, Mr. so and so said. So the teacher was everything, everything and everything. And I'm just wondering what happens with the AI, and I'm just hoping, as parents, we have to teach them that, as I said, this thing is curated. It is not really real. It's molding and bringing information based on the information it's collected about you and the information you have given it about yourself. So I think you need to just remind children that not everything they see online is accurate, that being emotionally involved doesn't mean that it is true. AI is a tool, because it can say, I'm your friend. And by the way, in the US, I've seen that there's a kid that unfortunately unalived himself because the AI told him to do so, apparently, allegedly. So, what are the safety mechanisms? Maybe that's what I'm asking, as parents of young kids and even older kids like mine, because I have to tell them. And of course, they're like, yeah, we know. But I'm like, this is a real thing. This is a real thing. Because I don't know, I think maybe with children, it's also an identity issue. In terms of, if they are not very firm in their identity, the AI can make suggestions and they will take it. So I think, just like in everything, I think supervision, especially for young children, so long as they are below 18, I don't care even if they're 16, I think there has to be supervision. What do you guys think? Please leave it in the comments, because this has really been something that I'm wondering about. Let's have a conversation on it. And do you, as parents with younger children, talk with other parents about the AI? Because these kids, we are the stewards of these kids. We've been given these kids to look after, and we have to steward them well. And mine are big, but I still have to remind them that, I always tell them, I don't care whether you're 30, I don't care whether you're 35. I really don't care. I'm your mama. And when I speak, I expect you to listen and go do your research. But, so what do you do with the younger ones? And how are you navigating this AI with kids? Because I think we need to raise them up with this aware. This thing is here, yeah? It's going to get more faster, more whatever. And they need to understand that, again, it's a machine. It's a machine. It's not a person. It really has no emotions, feelings. It's not your friend. It's not your friend. It's a tool. So please help me in the comments and share with me what supervision ways you are navigating this with your children. So that's it for today. I hope it's something that we can talk about, share, and learn from each other. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until the next one, I say kwaheri and see you soon. Bye.